Okay, all right, here's a statics problem. And the problem is you have two hanging masses. One weighs 30 newtons, the other weighs 60 newtons. And the problem is to find out the value for the tensions in the various cables, T1 through T4. That's what we want to know. What is T1 and what is T2 and so forth. That's what we want to find out. Well, first of all, let's look at the bottom weight. What are the forces acting on this weight? Well, there's a force due to gravity, which is 60 newtons. That's why it weighs 60 newtons. So that means that the upward forces on this object, T3 and T4, have to equal 60 newtons. T3 plus T4 has to be equal to 60 newtons. And T3 has to be equal to T4 because the two of them together are supporting the weight. And if they were different, then it would be rotating. So therefore, 2 times T3 or T4 has to be equal to 60 newtons. And that means then that T3 or T4 is equal to 30 newtons. Easy. Okay, what about this top one up here? Let's look at the forces acting on it. Here's T1, here's T2. We know those are equal for the same reason. And we have T3 acting down this way. So we have T1 plus T2 has to be equal to T3. Oh, but wait. What about the weight? Not just T3, but there's also the weight, which is acting in this direction, of 30 newtons. So T1 plus T2 has to be equal to T3 plus 30 newtons. But T3 is also equal to 30 newtons. So this is equal to 60 newtons. And T1 equals T2. So 2 times T1 is equal to 60 newtons. And that means then that T1, which is equal to T2, T1 is equal to 30 newtons, and T2 is equal to 30 newtons. So just be careful when you look at this situation right here, and make sure that you don't forget that you have the weight of the object plus the tension T3 that's pulling down on it from this weight as well.